So here we are going to be talking about array in Go programming. What is an array? An array is a collection of elements or data of the same type, data type, either an int, string, float, or any data type. So all array consists of contiguous memory locations where the lowest address is the first element and the highest address is the last element. So to do this, I have my package main import statement and my main function. The syntax for an array, declaring an array and initializing values to it, is the variable name is then equal sign length, the length of the array in a square bracket, then the data type followed by a curly bracket which will be holding the members of that array, that is the element in the array. This is the length of the array that I'll be having. Then this is the data type. Then this will be the values or members in that array. So here I have a simple example on how to declare an array using an expression. Here I only declare without assigning any value to it. So I have the var keyword, then the variable name such as this, balance, the length of the array is 5, then the data type is just 32. Yeah, I only declare without initializing any value to it. That's how to declare an array. The next one here is initializing value to this array that I've already been declared here. So how do I do that? I do that by using an equal sign here to initialize, to assign value to this variable. So I use the var keyword, then the balance, variable name, then the length, which is 5, the data type float 32, and I have some data here. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are 4 elements in this array. So these are the members. A float format, not an integer. It must be in float with the decimal point. Here I initialize some values to the array using this assignment operator, which is equal to. The next one here is var array1. Now my array name is now array1. Array1, this is the square brackets which have the length of that array. The int is the data type. Like I said, we can use any data type like int, string, or float. Int is the data type, then these are the data in the array such as element. So here I declare a variable of type int with 10 members or 10 elements using the var keyword. So let us print out that array. How can we do that? We can do that using this print ln function, my array1. That is what I would like to print. So coming here to compile this, I first make sure that I'm in my directory. So I use the ls command to list the directories, but it is in my array directory. So I use cd to navigate to my array directory. Once I'm there, I can now go run array.go. So while compiling this, it will return this array, just the members. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow, but this is just printing out the members in an array without comma or any separator in between. We get into that. I would like to import something. So I step ahead also. I continue. I say, okay, let's assign another variable. Yeah, I did not declare the length of this array. I did not declare the length. So how do we get to do that? I can comment this out, then print my array2. My array2. I want to print the element in my array2. So let me clear my screen here. Then I use go run again, the same program. So yeah, I'm only going to be printing my array 2 without the length being initialized. Yeah, the length will be taken from the numbers of members available to that array. That is when the length will be taken. It will be inferred. The next line here, I have the string format. Yeah, a string, an array of string, an array of string of four members. That is 4 in length. The data type is string, and I have each in quotes. This is a string. Apple is a string, so it is in double quotes, separated by comma. Orange, purple, mango. And how do I declare this? Without the var keyword, I use this colon equal to. Let me see what this will return. Colon equal to. It return an error. It says undeclared name. Undeclared name. It means I haven't declared it. So it's either I use the var keyword or I use this colon. Okay, let me try to use the var keyword. Now it is being declared, but this is not the way I want it to be. So I use this, which means it will declare a variable of string type and assign these values to it. So let me print out that. First of all, I save my file, then I come back here to print it out. I run my program again, array.go. Then it return apple, orange, purple, mango. It return them, but without this comma separation. Okay, so I print an array using the print function and the variable name. And remember, my array 4 also, I can also declare it without the without var keyword and the length of the array. So yeah, print an array joining them with comma and space, because my output here is just printing the members without comma. Here also apple, orange, purple without comma. So how can I do that? I need to import a package. So I go back up here and import that package. Which package am I importing? I'm importing the string package. I'm importing the string package. Then I come down to my code here. I come down to my code here. So I have okay, so there is an error here, which means what I'm supposed to import is strings. The strings, not just strings. So I use strings here. Now I think everything should be back to normal. To print it using this separator, I have my join method in my strings package. The join, capital letter J, which means export this method from the string package. What am I trying to join here? My array 4. That's the variable I'm trying to join. Then what am I separating them with? I'm separating it with a comma and a space. I can separate it with anything I want. So separating it with a comma and space, let me save my file and come down here to run my program again, and we see the difference. So here I have apple. I first print out the array here, print ln my array 4. But here I am printing that my array 4, separating them with comma and a space. Apple separating orange, purple, mango, separating them with comma. So that is how to separate members of an array using the string package and then the join method in the string package. So the next one here is I want to access some elements in my array. I want to access some elements in my array. To do that, I would like to uncomment my array 2 because that's the variable I'll be using. I uncomment that. That's the variable I'm using. So to do that, I come down here, it says accessing elements in an array. Accessing elements in an array. Array in most programming language are zero indexed, which means the first value, the index of that first value is 0, while the index of the second value is 1, the index of the third value is 2, the index of the fourth value is 3, the index of the fifth value is 4, so on and so forth until the last element. So how can I access the fifth element, that is the fifth index in array 2? The fifth index in array 2, the fifth index in array 2, which will print this 0 1 2 3 4 5, which should return 5. So I save my file and I recompile this. I don't need to print my array 4 here again, so I comment this out not to be having too much of output on my screen. So I let me clear this screen and I print this. I run this to print my array 2, this variable, printing the fifth index, that is the one in the index 5. What value is that? The value is 6. As we can see here, the index of this first value is 0 1 2 3 4 5. So the fifth index will be 6. This is the fifth index in my array. If I should update this and say, okay, print index 0, then I will be having the first element here to be printed, which is 1, the 0th index. Okay, so let me change this back to what it was before. That is how to access any element in an array. Yeah, it says changing element of an array. How can I change the element in an array? Let's say, for instance, this is my array, which I'm still working on, array 2. The fifth index, which was value 6. The fifth index, which was value 6. So instead of value 6, I want to update it and make it 20. So I would like to print this new value and the whole array after I reassign the 6 index to be 20. So let me use another print statement, fmt print ln. Then what I'm trying to print is array 2. I'm trying to print array 2 after assigning another value to it. So this is what I'm going to be doing. I'm printing array 2. Let me come up here and clear and comment some of this. I comment this. Yeah, I don't think I need array 4 now, so I comment it also. Go programming do have problem with having some variables declared without being used. That's why usually I highlight it as an error. So yeah, let me comment this also. Okay, let me leave it that way first. Then I print let me print it here, fmt print ln. Let me print the array before reassigning value to it. I'm printing this array before reassigning a value to it. I'm printing the array 2 first before adjusting the fifth index value. So we will see the previous value there, and we will see the new adjustments, and we will see the array when the adjustment has been made. So I save my file. I come here to use let me clear my screen first. Then I use go run. I use go run to run my program again. Then remember, then I have the fifth index in array 2 is 6, which is the output of this to print the index of the fifth the fifth index, that is the sixth position, which is this, and it prints out the array in this. It print out array 2, which means the fifth index, index 0, index 1, index 2, index 3, index 4, and index 5, which means this is the value to be printed, which is this here. Then the what I use here is to update the index value, that is still that 5 index 5 value, which is the value was 6 before, to update it and say and print out the value, which is now 20. So is now then printing out the value that was updated. How do I do that? The variable name, the index, then assignment operator, and I assign it a new value. So yeah, print out the whole of array 2 again after the reassignment of the fifth index has been made. So as you can see, this 1 2 3 4 5 6, but it has now become 20 here. So this one has update, this code here has update the value of the fifth index in my array. So I move to the next one here, which is to find the length of an array. To find the length of an array, all we do is to use the length function. To use the length function, I uncomment this. Let me comment this also. To use the length function, len. So to find the length of an array, the length of array 2 is len, then the variable name, that is of type array, that is the array name, my array 2. To find the length of this, so let me save my file, then I recompile, go run array.go. So while I recompile, it should return the length of array 2. The length of my array 2 is 10. And how do it get that? Coming back up here, as you can see, I did not declare the length of this array, but the length is being inferred by the members of the array. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, which means there are 10 members in this array. That is how to find the length of an array. I have another array being declared, which is array 5, taking the int type. Let me comment this. Okay, so taking the int type, I don't need the var keyword because I'm using this declaration method. What this is trying to do is the length is set to be 5. Good, we know that. The data type, then this method is saying initializing portion of an array. I don't want to initialize all the members. I only want to initialize the value of the one in index 1, that is the second element. Then I want to also initialize the value in index 3, which is the fourth element, whereas all the members of that array are to be 5. So if I should only initialize 2 of the values, that is the one in index 1 and the one in index 3, then what I'll be having is that the other members will be set to 0, because an array is set to 0 as its default value. So here it says the array 5 values are, it is going to be printing the array 5, the full of array 5, such as the way it prints array 2. So it is going to print everything we have in array 5. Remember, this is a new variable, which is array 5. Then it has some value. The length has been declared to be 5, and it's assigned 2 members of that. So I save my file and I come here to let me clear my screen first, then I recompile this code just to see the values I have in my array 5. Now array 5 values are 0, the first one, and as you can see here, what I initialize is the one in the one position, one index, which is 5. The value is 5. Then in the third index, which the value will be set to 10. That is array in Go.